let's talk about the art of toy making.
Hello, my talented artists.
Don't forget to subscribe. Today we are gonna make a snake toy out of paper strips and glue, scissors, and a marker. Humans have been making toys for a very long time. Objects with human and animal forms that may have been toys have been found in deposits from ancient Mesopotamia dating back to 2600 BCE. Here is a map of the world. North America, where Canada, United States of America, and Central America are, is on the left. On this map, Mesopotamia is in the middle. Can you find it there? Yep, there it is, Mesopotamia. And the earliest known written historical mention of a toy comes from about 500 BCE in a Greek reference to yo-yos. People have been making toys for a long time, and you are going to make a toy today.
As you can see, I have chosen the complementary color pair of blue and orange.
You are going to choose a complementary color pair as your two colors for your paper snake. As an artist, knowing which colors are complementary to one another can help you make good color decisions. Looking directly opposite on the color wheel, you can find a color's complement. So a complementary color pair is just two colors. Look directly opposite yellow and you will find its complement. Purple. Now look opposite blue and what do you see? Orange. What is the complement of red? Green. In their most basic form, they are one primary color and the secondary color that is created by mixing the two other primaries. For instance, the complementary color to yellow is purple, which is a mix of red and blue. You get to choose one of the three basic complementary color pairs, red and green, or blue and orange, or yellow and purple. So complementary colors create a lot of contrast when they are next to each other. Here is an example of low contrast. The letters, the words, are kind of bluey green, and the background is blue. Bluey green and blue are next to each other on the color wheel. Here is an example of high contrast. Orange words against a blue background. That is a complementary color pair, orange and blue. Artists use this idea of creating high contrast to their advantage all the time in artwork, and you can look for it now. For example, if you see a painting of a sunset with gradients from deep blues to bright oranges, you're going to notice that this is very eye-catching because they are using complementary colors. Now it's time for you to choose which complementary color pair you want to use to create your toy paper strip snake. Blue and orange, or yellow and purple, or red and green.
I only need one strip of each and a dot of glue. Now we want these strips to be at a 90-degree angle. So if you look at the edge of the orange, the top of the blue, or vice versa, should line up against it perfectly. And you can flip it over to see if it lines up. And that should be 90 degree. Whoops, that doesn't work. I just wiggled it. Okay. 90-degree angle is pretty important. That's called a right angle. See, math and art are very connected.
All right, artists, it's time to glue your two paper strips together. Use just a dot and glue your two paper strips together to make a 90-degree angle.
So always press whenever you glue anything. And if you get a little glue on your fingers, you can just wipe it on the paper, but don't spend too much time picking the glue off your fingers, because then it will just be glue picking class. Okay, once you feel like it's sufficiently dry, you will need a little room. So if you want to get on the floor, you can do this on the floor. Really, you are just folding the bottom one. Right now, blue is on top. Folding the bottom strip over the top strip. And you just alternate, taking turns. We all learn to take turns, and now the paper is taking turns.
You can begin folding your paper strips. Remember to take turns with the colors, alternating one color and then the other color. Raise your hand if you need help.
When you get to the end, you are going to want to have 2 dots of glue. You have 2 pieces that are sticking out. So let's do a dot of glue for the orange and a dot of glue the very last color that ends up on top. In this case, it is blue. And then we press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bloop. It's really cool, right?
Time to make the head and the tail. Oops, here's the tail.
At the end of one of your strips, I want you to draw whatever you think is a good snake head. Sort of like a squished, sort of like an oval or a squished football or a spoon. But you can't just draw the head, you need a tab to glue it on. So you want to kind of draw a rectangle, pretty significant rectangle, at least 3/4 of an inch.
I want you to try your hand at drawing what you think would be a good snake head, and really it could be any shape. It could be a triangle, a circle, a pentagon, any shape that you want it to have. It could have a tongue sticking out. It just needs to be one piece. And you need to make sure that you have a tab. The tab is going to kind of look like a neck, but we're going to use it for gluing. So go ahead and draw.
And then cut it out. Kind of looks like a light bulb.
Go ahead and pick up your scissors and you can cut out your snake head at the same time I'm cutting mine out.
Before you glue it on, you might want to draw eyes or those little nose dots. But if you don't like your shape, you can keep trying, and I want to show you a trick. So cut off a rectangle from your paper strip and then go ahead and just sketch it again. Whatever shape you think makes sense. Okay, and then do the tab. Just go all the way to the end. And instead of cutting it out like that, fold it in half the long way. If you cut out a shape that you folded in the middle, so you're just cutting half of the shape, you're going to get a perfectly symmetrical shape. And some people that's what they're looking for, is really perfect symmetry. So then, bloop. I actually like the squared off nose a little better. So if I'm gonna choose between these two, I think, I could save this one for later. Or maybe Maybe this one will be my rattle if I want to make a rattlesnake. It's always a good idea to sketch whatever you want to draw in pencil first. So I'm going to sketch my eyes. And I'm going to do 2 little slits for the nose. And then I can color it in with marker so that it looks finished and it's bold. If you want to do a texture or a pattern on your snake head, you certainly can. There's all different things that you could do. I'm gonna do a crisscross design, which I feel kind of looks like stylized snake skin. But I'm gonna leave this part orange so that the eyes don't get lost in the texture. Now I'm gonna fold my tab and my little snake head and
Are the chickens done?
yeah, they are. And put on a dot of glue. And then I can decide which side I want to glue my head to. And press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Look at Princess Leia. All right. So now for the tail. You could leave it like that. That's fine. Or you could make a tail. You can make just sort of the end pointy tail. You could make a, and you can do it out of either color. You could make a rattle, which is kind of bumpy. And remember that trick of, so, whoop. Remember that trick of folding it in half down the middle, down the line of symmetry, wherever you want the line of symmetry to be, and then you can cut it. There I have a little rattle, and I can color it in if I want. I don't think I want to. Just a dot, not a lot. And I kind of want so my head goes like that. So I want my tail to line up with my head if it's sitting on the table properly. So I'll put that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's kind of like a cubist snake. It's cool. You can think of a lot of different things to do with this structure, this cool intertwined structure. But today, we're just making snakes. I guess it could be an inchworm or a caterpillar too. I just think snakes are really so fascinating.
You guys, you guys are so creative that I bet that you can think of lots of uses of this cool folding style. And I can't wait to see what you create at home besides just these snake toys that we make in the classroom.